Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. The 3 people that follow us were like, when are you coming back?
Here we are.
But here we are, and we're so happy to be back because we love doing this. Just as a reminder, please, we will go ahead and leave your email address down below here somewhere on the screen. Don't forget, send us anything. Send us juicy stories, send us dilemmas, send us just, concerns that you might be having in life decisions. Go ahead and send them to us. And as always, as a reminder,
or just like funny stories.
Yeah,
too.
funny stories.
I feel like those are my favorite.
They are our favorites. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and go ahead and go back and look at all of our videos from season 1. And then, of course, we love hearing your opinions about what things we could change, because we will always be open to those opinions and ideas. And just stay tuned for all the changes that we are going to implement.
Yes.
So,
yeah, we always take them into consideration, and I think they help us improve. I think constructive criticism is always helpful. Just don't be mean about it, because we're sensitive as people.
So actually, what are we drinking today, Sandra? Because as you know, that's part of our show. We love to drink. So
I wouldn't. Yeah, we do love to drink.
I mean, let's keep it real. We like to have a drink here.
So this is tequila with grapefruit juice and a splash of lime juice.
It's good.
Very simple. 3 ingredients. That's all you need. With that being said, let's jump into our dilemma.
Excited.
Oh, my phone's running out of battery. I should have thought this through. Okay. Whew. This one's a long one.
Okay.
And also the ring light's like,
Okay.
My friend recently became friends with a girl that moved here from Miami. We're all in the same field of work, and part of our job is to network. However, this new girl seems to be taking things a little too far. We've been trying to include her and inviting her to events with us, but she seems to be getting a little too friendly with my friend's fiance. She goes out of her way to take selfies with just him, even when we're in a group together. She went as far as to recently post him by himself with a bunch of heart emojis on her stories. I don't know how my friend feels about it, or if she's even noticed, but if that were my man, we'd have a problem.
I wish you could have seen my face as you were reading that, because I'm just like,
I'm gonna zoom into it. A lot of thoughts.
What came to your mind as you're reading that? Like, I'm curious.
What came to my mind, my initial reaction was like, oh, like, that's really nice. Like, you're inviting someone that's, like, not really from here. Like, you're trying to be inclusive and, like, just trying to be friendly. Like, I felt like that was really nice. And then I got to, like, the second portion, and I was like, oh, like, that's kind of a red flag for a friend, or, like, especially a new friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think if you guys have watched our previous videos, or if you know me personally, I'm not shy. At this point anymore, I'm not shy about being honest. The fact that I am a jealous person.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
And so my first thought when I heard that was, because again, I have this characteristic of mine. I'm like, no. Because I imagine myself being in that situation, and I think it's just, no, you're crossing a boundary that you shouldn't cross. Like, that's so beyond disrespectful.
And I was gonna say, for boundaries to be, like, evident, you have to make them clear, but that's not true, because this is, like, an unspoken boundary. Like, if someone's in a relationship, like, why are you gonna be weird?
Yeah.
Like, why are you gonna go and, like, go out of your way to, like, take pictures with this person, whether it's a guy or a girl? Like, I don't know, I guess.
And so just to clarify, I'm assuming that, so again, just to clarify right from the story of like, so this is not even the person that sent this in, it's a friend of the person who has the fiance.
Let me go back and read it.
And then this new girl who's taking pictures with the fiance is a new member to the group.
So let me put things into like perspective. We'll do like a little example. So like, if you and Orlando were still just engaged and not married yet, and then I was noticing that this person that you were including, this girl that you're including, is taking pictures with Orlando, then I would send the dilemma in.
Okay.
That's who sent it in.
Gotcha.
Was like a concerned
Yeah.
friend, it sounds like.
And so, again, what I was going to add to is, again, it seems like they're all hanging out in a group.
Right.
When this is happening.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, you know, someone could say, very well say, you're sending this in, but is the fiance even upset?
Yeah.
And I think it's not even about that. You shouldn't, no. It shouldn't be like, well, she's not even upset. No.
There's just like an unspoken boundary. Like,
it's-
I think it's something about respect too.
Right.
Like, you respect people who are in a relationship. And that's just the bottom line. Like, I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just for me. Like, for me, I respect people who are in a relationship.
Right.
I try to, like, not cross any boundaries.
And I think especially because you mentioned she's new to the group and
Yeah.
they're like including her and inviting her, making her feel welcome. She shouldn't be doing those things as a new person to their friend group. Like,
I will say some people are really oblivious to that though,
Yeah.
and sometimes I could even be oblivious to, like, if I'm making people uncomfortable, because I think I would like to think of myself as like a really friendly person and like really welcoming, and I think sometimes I do things or say things and I'm like, oh wait, did that come across like weird? You know, and I like don't realize it while I'm saying it, but then reflecting on it, I'm like, oh shit, I should have like said, I shouldn't have said that. I should have said it this way because I think it came across weird.
yeah.
And then also I have a friend who is very flirty and who, you know, I like hang out with a lot, and she's one of those people that just like, she's kind of like the life of the party, and she's just like very kind, like very friendly, and some people I think would say overly friendly. I think just because I know her, I know that's just her personality. But I don't know. I guess I'm wondering like
If that person is like that.
yeah.
But let me
Yeah.
ask you this question. You're describing a friend that you have
Yeah.
that is, you know, very
Like
friendly, and it can come across as very flirtatious. But
I actually have a couple of friends like
okay,
that.
but ask me this question. Do you think
She's one of them. I'm just kidding.
No. Do you think that
Yeah.
she has ever done that with someone else's fiance or boyfriend or husband? As in, gone to like take a picture with them, post a picture with them with hearts, like.
Yes to taking a picture with them, but not to like posting a picture of just them with
And
their
don't forget
camera.
that, guys, because that's what she said, right? Like she posted
Yeah.
a picture of something with hearts.
Yeah.
That's a little, like, again,
Yeah.
if that was someone that did that with when I had a fiance, and then like I would not be
Yeah.
appreciative of that. And then okay, but hold on, pause. We
Rewind.
also rewind. Now we also have to look at this part of it. Does the guy notice it? Because the guy also needs to be held responsible a little bit here.
I feel like guys are oblivious to a lot of things.
Some guys.
I think a lot of guys are idiots, to be honest.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah, I think I'm
I
sorry.
have a chip on my shoulder.
I'm sorry, I can't. Which again, same goes with some females. It's not all females. It's not all males. But I think, like, yeah, like, do you think that he thinks it's wrong? That guy.
I don't know, because again, like I said, I think some guys are really oblivious. Well, a lot of guys. Honestly, I think most guys are oblivious to things. And that's just a factual statement. I think there's like science behind it too, so I don't know that I'm making this up. I think this is like actually a fact. So
Yeah. So
to answer your question, I think he's oblivious to
I
it.
think he's oblivious, which is why probably he goes along with it. Yeah. Yeah. And then again, so like, okay, this friend that sent it in, is she
Yeah.
going to tell? Because it seems like it's just her observation. Like, should she go and tell them?
I think so. I think she should, because honestly, if I was noticing something like that, instead of like sending it in, although we appreciate that this was sent in, instead of maybe before sending it in, I would approach you and be like, hey, like, I'm noticing this and I don't know how you feel about it. Personally, I would be pissed off if that was my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Or my fiance.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't have.
Bottom line, I think that's just so disrespectful.
Yeah.
So disrespectful. And you know what? We're saying fiance and fiance here, but I think it's just boyfriend. Like, husband.
Husband.
Like, no. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so with me and my two friends that are like that, like if they were taking pictures with my boyfriend or my significant other or, you know, whoever I'm involved with, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, like what are you doing? Because I know that's their personality, and also like there's a level of trust with friends that you've had for a long time.
Yeah.
Versus people that you're just now getting to know and like now including. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, because I agree 100%. I think it's different.
Gotta get rid of these coasters.
Absolutely, I agree, because I feel like, yeah, again, putting myself, and this is, I keep saying putting myself in their shoes because this is the only way really to put it into perspective. But yeah, I feel like if one of my, you know, if my fiance or like that's not husband, whatever, but we had a mutual friend and they did that and we've known them for like 5+ years, blah blah. I wouldn't react to it.
Right.
I wouldn't react to it at all. But this is a new person to the group. On the contrary, I'd be like, ooh, like I don't think I want to get to know you anymore.
Yeah. So I think this is like the one time in like 8, 9, 10 episodes that we actually agree on the same thing.
No, we've agreed with other things.
But for sure, we like 100% agree on this. Like, this is super disrespectful of that girl.
Absolutely.
It would be very different if it was someone that you've known for a really long time, and it's not okay. Yeah. I don't think either one of us would like feel comfortable with it. I wouldn't feel comfortable with it being the friend that sent this in, knowing that like someone's being weird with Orlando, and I don't think you would be comfortable with someone being weird with Orlando like that, right? Okay, but back to the question at hand. If the tables were turned, if the roles were reversed, if Orlando had a new friend and his new friend was over here like taking selfies with you, and like I think the thing that got me was the picture with the heart.
Yeah, that.
Like,
you have to remember that. You have to remember that there's a picture with hearts. That is where, for me, I was like, oh.
Yeah, because it almost seems like, so I take a picture of you and then I post it on my stories with a bunch of little hearts. Okay, that's different because you're my best friend, so like obviously
and we're
I
girls.
would do that.
I mean, okay, whatever.
And yeah, we're not. Anyway, so, but if somebody, yeah, I think that's the biggest red flag. Like, don't even take into consideration like that you're over here taking selfies with this person. But the fact that you're going out of your way to like post a picture of this person and putting that much like attention to detail.
Yeah, that.
Hearts mean
that.
a lot. Heart emojis mean a lot. I send those to my mom. I've sent them to you a couple times on your birthday.
Yeah.
Special occasions.
Yeah.
To let you know how much I care for you. I send them to my sister, my cousin, and that's about it.
Yeah, no. Bottom line,
I used to send them to my partner, but that's another story.
Bottom line, I think I don't like this girl. I don't even know who she is, but I don't like her.
I don't trust her.
I don't like her. I don't trust her. Get her out of that friend group now, because if she's acting like that now that she barely knows you guys, imagine next year, in 2 years.
Yeah.
No. Like, no. And if the girl, like, so again, the fiance of this guy, if she starts to kind of see this as well, or the friend starts also pointing this out, I think, you know, I don't think it needs to be done in a malicious way where it's like you're not part of the group anymore, but rather I think there's ways to go around that where it's like, you know, kind of just move away kind of thing. Move away.
I feel like we touched on this
in
one of our previous episodes where we said, you know, it's important to be clear about things.
Yeah.
You're shady. You're not included.
No, tampoco. I
Those are my
disagree.
boundaries.
I disagree with that.
Okay, tell me you wouldn't fight someone.
No, I would not fight someone. Who do you think I am? I'm 12. I'm like back in high school. I would not fight someone at this age. Bottom line, I don't trust this person, and I feel like if you're in a similar situation, look at these red flags. And again, because you can address it, and they're gonna be like, no, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
But she still crossed the line. She crossed the line, so how many more lines is she going to cross? Not even just with the fiance, but just in general.
But everyone sets individual boundaries too, so maybe this is something that these people are okay with.
I don't know.
So we can say she crossed a line when it comes to us and like.
Watch, they're like
swingers
or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. There's people out there that do that.
Yeah. Again, just what are your final thoughts on that? I guess.
My final thoughts on that one are that, in my opinion, it's disrespectful. In my opinion, it's crossing several boundaries.
Yeah.
And maybe this isn't the group for her if that's what she wants to do. You know?
Yeah. No.
And maybe, and also I think that either, like you said, just distance yourself from her, or be clear about it and be like, hey, like, I don't like that you're doing X, Y, and Z, and so we can't be friends anymore. You can't come around here anymore. It is what it is. We're all adults. Like, you can find new friends. You can find other friends. It's not that.
Yeah, and I have to say, I have to throw this in there for people that watch us. If you are that girl, I have to say it, because we can over here say, like, we're on this side of the story, but like, if you're someone who's doing that, where you might feel like, now listen to this, like, well, am I crossing the line with this person or not? If you even have to question it, you are.
Yeah, I
If you even have to question, like, ooh, should I not be doing that with my friend's husband, or then if you're even thinking about it, I think you should just kind of
like, don't do that.
Don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. That's good advice.
Yeah.
And like I said in the beginning, like, sometimes you're oblivious to the things that you're doing, and you don't really realize that you're coming across a certain way until you look back at it and you're like, oh, that may have come across as like flirty, or like, you know, that may have come across as like overly friendly, when all you were trying to do was like be friendly.
Yeah. True.
But like, correct it. Like, if you realize that you're doing something like that, or if somebody points it out, like, correct it. You know, like, don't. I don't know. The best apology is changed behavior.
Right.
That's it.
Actions, not words.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we thank you so much for sending that dilemma in.
Yes.
Anyways, with that, cheers to our first episode. Please don't forget to go ahead and send us your dilemma stories. Even if it's not yours, go ahead and send them.
You're supposed to drink after you say cheers, otherwise it's bad luck.
Don't forget, everything is completely confidential, so don't worry. We will not be sharing any of your information.
Or names or anything.
Or names or anything like that. But stay tuned for this season. We're so excited to be back.
And if she didn't say it already, here is our email address so that you can send us more dilemmas, stories, funny stories, questions that you have, personal questions for us. We don't care. Just send us whatever is on your mind.
Alright, bye guys.
Bye. Oh my gosh, why didn't I flip this the last time? Well, that ring light's bright. Oh my god, have I looked this shiny the whole time?
You don't look shiny now.
Especially now that I've flipped it. But the last time, I don't know. I don't know either.
It's right here, so I can see it.
Wait, let me pull my shirt down. Right. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I guess that's fine. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know.
Cut this out of the video.
I saw that happening, so I stopped.